What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video. The biggest free agent that was available, Alex Pietrangelo, has signed with the Vegas Golden Knights. The biggest free agent that we've seen hit the market since probably John Tavares. Some people could argue Taylor Hall was in the same, class. But Pietrangelo was the guy that got talked about the most. Of course, it's driven by a lot of Toronto media as well. But the Vegas Golden Knights were the biggest suitor after Torrey Krug signed in St. Louis and got a big contract. And of course, the Toronto Maple Leafs went with TJ Brodie and are working on other players and trying to stretch that money out. And they didn't really have the money necessary after the TJ Brodie move to go after Alex Pietrangelo. Kyle Dubas even joked around saying, yeah, we weren't really close when we talked to him. But Vegas has a lot of money to move out, and we'll get to that in a second. But if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. A ton of content is coming out. There's been, I think, 3 or 4 videos posted today. So yeah, thank you guys for the continued support, but it only takes a second to subscribe, so make sure to do so. But we're going to get into some of the numbers here. So as you can see on the screen, the tweet came out that Elliot Friedman said that Pietrangelo signed a 7-year deal, $8.8 million AAV, so he got big money, close to $9 million in Vegas, of course. Now, here's the next thing I want you guys to notice. So Cap Friendly is saying, based on what we estimate Vegas's offseason cap space to be at the moment, $8.8 million would be roughly $2.1 million more than what they currently have available. Now, in the offseason, you can spend up to 10% over the salary cap. Just when the season starts, you have to get back under. So they're $2.1 million over the 10%. But here's the thing. You guys can see in the other tweet, the offseason upper limit is 89.65. We currently have Vegas offseason cap at 82 million, just say that, which would leave them 6.7 million in offseason cap space. This was yesterday, so that was a tweet from yesterday. That would mean that Pietrangelo would either need to sign for 6.7 AAV or Vegas has to trade someone. So that was yesterday, and then the tweet above it, of course, was a quote tweet. So $2.1 million over the 10%. Now, here's the thing, right here. Our assumption is that the contract was signed after 5 p.m. Eastern today, which, of course, it's 7:30 p.m. where I am, Eastern time, of course, and therefore it will not be officially registered by the league until tomorrow. This would then buy Vegas some additional time for them to make the necessary space, so that way they could get Pietrangelo under the salary cap. So the $2.1 million over the 10% is not yet. So they haven't officially signed him. It'll be officially announced tomorrow. So no question, Vegas has to trade somebody by tomorrow, or no, it's pretty much a guarantee. They have to trade somebody by tomorrow. They have to get rid of a contract. They have to. I don't even know if even buying somebody out would give them enough additional cap space. Nate Schmidt apparently has been really close to being traded. Marc-Andre Fleury, there's a bunch of people that have been really close to being traded. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but we're very, very close to seeing what's going to happen here. But they have to make a move by tomorrow. They don't have a choice. They're over the off-season salary cap by $2.1 million. So apparently a lot of players in Vegas are not happy with how this situation has been handled either. So lots of confusion and chaos in Vegas. I'm sure the fans are very excited, though, because Alex Pietrangelo is a big name, the biggest name available, and will definitely make that team better. Vegas just seems to find ways to get players there. And you know what? It's a great fan base. I know they've got a great fan base. They've got a great team. They've got a good situation. Leonard's going to be a great starter for them this year. Fleury was great too, but he's going to get moved. But just to save you guys some confusion, they have until tomorrow, basically, I think around the same time, to clear out some cap space in order for this contract to fit under the 10% over the salary cap. It's a lot of confusion. Just know this, Vegas has to make a move by tomorrow. That's the simplest way to look at it. Now, it's a full no-move clause for Pietrangelo for the entire deal. The entire contract, he has a no-move clause. So he's not getting traded. He's not getting moved unless he says so. So that's a lot of money, a lot of term for a guy that's going to be a little older towards the end of his contract, which I'm sure he's going to be fine by the end of it. But he might fall off a little. We've seen it many, many times. But I'm happy for Pietrangelo, his family, the Golden Knights fan base. They're getting a really good top 2, top 4, whatever, however you want to look at it. He's a top 2 guy in my eyes for, Pietrangelo. Really good contract in terms of for him. I don't know if the AAV would be necessary for a lot of people, but this is the official press release from Sportsnet. Pietrangelo agreed to a $61.6 million contract with the Vegas Golden Knights, of course. The AAV $8.8 million, which we've discussed. The 30-year-old has spent his entire career with the St. Louis Blues, of course, winning the Stanley Cup with them as well, which was a really cool moment. He was the captain since 2016. So St. Louis is going to miss this guy from, on the ice standpoint, but as well as off the ice. He was a leader in that community. Pietrangelo had a career high of 16 goals and had 52 points through 17 games in the 1920 season. The veteran rear guard has topped the 50-point plateau 4 times in 12 years, eclipsing 40 points 8 times, and his 24-minute and 11-second minutes of ice time led the Blues this season. So he plays a ton of minutes. He's a horse for them. He's gonna be just fantastic in Vegas. Like, to me, like, obviously as a Leaf fan, I wanted him initially, but when I started to realize like the money just doesn't make sense, and it just didn't seem like it was gonna happen, I was like, man, like, Vegas seems like a really good spot for him to land. I think it just makes a ton of sense. And he's going to do really well there. He's going to do really well. But he literally he's a horse. He puts up points. I mean, 16 goals, 52 points, tons of minutes. He's going to help them in pretty much every category that they need him to. So absolutely exceptional. This is what their cap situation looks like. And I wanted to look at this right now because we're going to kind of go through it a little bit here and see where he fits in and why Vegas currently is $2.1 million over the salary cap. So this is what needs to happen. Basically, I'm trying to read some tweets too, but they're because by the time I post this, there's a chance that there's going to be another move that happens. So definitely keep your eyes on Twitter and YouTube, wherever you get your information, Sportsnet, TSN. But there's probably going to be a corresponding move either tonight or tomorrow morning. They have to, like I said. But Mark Stone, $9.5 million. That contract's going nowhere. Great player. He's definitely a piece for Vegas for the future. Pacioretty, his name apparently has been in trade rumors, but I kind of like him in Vegas, even though that dollar amount's quite a bit. William Karlsson, I'm sure they want to keep him just because his $5.9 million isn't too much. But again, he might be a guy that they could look at trading. Riley Smith, that's an expensive contract as well. Marchessault, his name apparently has been in some trade rumors. Alex Tuck, that's a good deal. Don't think they want to move away from him. Chandler Stevenson, they just signed him. It's a pretty decent contract. Ryan Reeves got a bit of an upgrade on his deal. He's going to stick around. He's part of their core. I know he's not like one of their better players, but he just makes an impact when he plays for them, just from a physicality standpoint. But then you look at that blue line, Pietrangelo at 8.8. Nate Schmidt is the guy that I think is on his way out, along with Marc-Andre Fleury. I know Vegas has a ton of picks left over, so they might have to attach a first to one of these contracts, just so that way they guarantee themselves to get out of these contracts. And it's not even that, Nate Schmidt is bad, because he isn't, but, no team is just going to go here and just help Vegas for no reason. They're going to want to get some value on top of taking a contract, because they are helping Vegas. They're doing them a solid by not, taking on the full contract. Although Vegas, I don't even know if they'll be able to hold on to some salary at this point, but lots of big contracts on this team. Shea Theodore at $5.2 million as well. I think they'll probably hold on to him at that number. Alec Martinez at $4 million. He's an interesting one, but I think they're going to hold on to him. McNabb at 2.5, Nick Holden, like those guys are probably going to stick around. But yeah, Marc-Andre Fleury and Nate Schmidt seems to be the names that are being talked about quite a bit. So we'll have to see if they're the ones that end up going. But yeah, Pietrangelo finally has his landing spot. Maybe there's more of a domino effect now because Hall and Pietrangelo have both signed. Hall in Buffalo, Pietrangelo in Vegas, which was kind of expected at this point. But let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we were all expecting it at this point, barring a last minute offer from another team. But he like flew into Vegas to go check it out, and it kind of just made too much sense. But let me know what you guys think. Recommend some videos that you want to see in the comment section down below. Again, congratulations to the Pietrangelo family. That's a big contract. It's a big deal. And Vegas fans, congrats. That's a big name guy that you got on your team. Your team is fantastic. You're going to be probably better next season. You know, you've pretty much you're going to lose somebody, but I don't think it's really going to affect you too much. So Pietrangelo to the Knights, big contract. $8.8 million AAV. I was expecting it to be around that range anyways. I think everybody was. But thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Appreciate you guys. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.